And good morning, everybody. 10:50 kickoff is underway. Jeff Mills alongside Coach Everin Gundes of the Dover Sherburne High School girls soccer team. Coach, nice to see you on this rainy day.
Jeff, a pleasure to be here, especially in the booth where it's dry.
Yeah, exactly. We are dry. Unfortunately, the girls are not, but Greg Rowe did take a vote before this game, and the girls stood up saying they wanted to play, so away we go here for the Eastern Mass Girls Soccer Association. This is the Rick Borgelis Making Strides Against Breast Cancer All-Star Game. So a lot of these girls playing across Eastern Mass in the Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 levels. And you can see it's quite a soaked field here in Marshfield, Massachusetts. But the girls are out there, and they're going to give it their best. We put 20 minutes on the clock, and we got about 19:05 to go right now. Still no score just yet. It's the girls right there at center field making their way down the left wing. And we got the yellow team and the blue team. As we take a look at our rosters, too, some of these, it's kind of hard to see the numbers from our press box, but we're going to do our best. As it looks like we're going to have, I think, a corner kick.
Our first corner for the blue team.
The wind that just opened up the door right in our press box. Blue corner net right into the box down below. And kicking it out on the side there was number 21. It looks like Cindy Winnick of Central Catholic. Looks like we're going to have another corner kick. A little bit of an obstructed view from our press box when it comes to that corner. It's kicked in there, shot on net, and the goalkeeper comes out to play it. Defenseman taking the spot and clearing the loose change out of the front of the net. So we stay scoreless. Now Team Yellow working up the far side wing. Again, this field very, very soaked, Coach. I mean, you can tell me, as far as you've probably coached in a lot of games like this, how do you go about strategizing with girls when it comes to weather like this?
Well, first thing is you make sure the weather's not your opponent, Jeff. play against the team that's in the other jersey, but try not to make it a controllable.
And I mean, that's the thing about soccer is it's the season is in the fall, so the beginning months, the September and October months, weather's been pretty good here in the fall the last few years. But once it gets creeping towards now, towards Thanksgiving in November, you're talking, this is my first time here. It's a pleasure being here with you guys today, but I've heard that in games past we've actually had snow. As Carl was telling me, I think earlier, that last year was there was some big snowstorm right before the game, before that weekend. As Team Blue working up the left wing again, that's Sydney Wennick, yellow, forcing a turnover. And now kicking it there, 48. That's Allie Colantoni from Wilmington, class of 2020. And it is exciting, too. Got to talk with some of the parents beforehand, and I've just actually started doing some work over at Northeastern. I've been working with Northeastern for a few years now, but just started working with their soccer programs the last couple of years. And a couple of kids, one of them actually is a junior. Apologize, I forget her name, but she's already committed to Northeastern as a junior in high school, so she still has her senior year to go. And how does that work with you, Coach, as far as working with a lot of the good programs and the divisions around the Northeast, is trying to get a lot of these girls committed and recruited to good schools like the Northeasterns of the world? And
well, I'll tell you, Jeff, there's a lot of good competition in this area of the state, and it's really great to see these young women find a good fit college for them, and a college that they can be competitive at.
Sure.
And see them love the game that much that they want to continue it for 4 more years. That's just special, and it's going to shape who they are as people for the rest of their life.
Well, it looks like Team Yellow or Gold, whatever you want to call them, moving it down there. It looked like they had a chance, but looks like we're going to get a call. Drew Dempsey getting a little feisty there with the legs, a little step in there. So now Team Blue's going to take possession. They're going to work it up the near side wing. That's 26, Jill McElhinney from Medway, class of 2021.
We got to play her in the regular season, Jeff. Tough player to go against.
Yeah, Coach, so it looks like, so you said Annie Perizau is she your only player for Dover Sherburne that's here today? It looks like you have a player that's also not here that had an injury.
Yes, Annie's here representing Dover Sherburne. Tough striker up top. Oh, we got a good
chance here for Team Gold, and that was Team Gold's first offensive opportunity. Big movement there. Blue had one just a few moments ago, but the goalkeeper came up with the big save, and actually a defender came in and took place of the goalie to make sure the ball stayed out of the back of the net. Now on the far side, Team Blue trying to work it at midfield.
Blue team's moving the ball. Good one-touch passing here and there.
Team Yellow going backwards a little bit, and then we see somebody slipping up there for Gold. That was Chloe Lane, who's actually won a couple of awards today. She's the Division I South Player of the Year for EMAS. Also was one of our United Soccer All-Americans.
Nice ball down the line for the blue team. Attacking this flank.
That's Maggie Delia from Haverhill, class of 2021. And Yellow gonna flick it back. Ariana Benazon from Danvers. Now moving it up. That one goes through the legs. That's Valsilki Flawana from Bill Ricca. And looks like Gold's going to move it backwards. And the goaltender we have on our sheet, Avery Roderick. So we got 12:43 left on the clock. Still neither team able to put it past either goalkeepers. It goes out of bounds on the far side.
Pretty good defenses on these two rosters. You know, number 24, Liv O'Connor, Jeff, is a TVL All-Star, plays for Hopkinton. I think the strikers in this game get a lot of credit because the numbers look big, but there's some solid defenders all around Eastern Mass.
And who would you say was probably one of your toughest opponents this year, Coach, in your division?
Oh man, we played Holliston in our league, and they were seriously tough, top to bottom. Strong players, good style of play, and they ended up winning the state championship last night, Jeff.
So that's Megan Podvinsky from Holliston, number 22, class of 2021. She was one of your enemies during the regular season that's out here today.
They kicked our butt.
Also have Mary Catherine Ward from Holliston, class of 2021 as well, number 1 out there today. So
Mary Catherine's a goalkeeper, that I think a junior. Solid player. Big presence in net.
She's on the far side right now. Blue getting possession there at midfield, number 17. And again, that's Vasilki Flawana. Now Gold starting to push it up the other way.
Well read by the blue team.
Playing it there. Ariana Bizon from Danvers again.
Tell you what, Jeff, for this blue team coming together for the first time, they're really starting to show some good connection on the field, playing out wide, high speed of play. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, and we've only seen one player, I think, so far, Coach, that's actually slipped, and she didn't even go down. It was right at midfield. And the girls must have some good cleats still, some good grip of the field. Marshfield High School is a very nice facility, too, so the turf looks like it's in very good shape. They do a good job of keeping this field in good condition, so that always helps as well.
This is a nice wide field, great for soccer.
And do you guys play the majority of your games now, Everin, on the field turf?
We do.
Do you have many high schools that have grass still left over?
There's only 2 left in our league, Millis and Norton, that have grass fields, and all the rest are turf.
Yeah, I mean, You see it, obviously a different sport, but in football, everybody knows the Foxborough Stadium, Gillette Stadium, where the New England Revolution play. That used to be a grass field, and after, I remember years ago when the Patriots and the Jets played, they tore it all up, and it's too hard for the Northeast to have the majority of their fields be grass fields, and this field turf really does actually play well, and you have the little beads underneath that kind of compensate. Is not exactly like the dirt, but ends up playing out well. And a lot of the colleges, actually, Northeastern has field turf, and so that's actually good as well, that a lot of these girls get to, because I'm sure it is different. I mean, you grow up, you play on grass, and then as you get older, facilities get a little nicer, and then you switch to kind of turf. Is that a big adjustment for a lot of girls? Or?
It is. The speed of play is different. The ball rolls different. You definitely have to adjust the weight of the pass on the turf, but at the end of the day, it's such a more consistent playing surface that everyone really appreciates, that you're going to get good quality and consistency every field you play on.
Sure. Because I'm sure, obviously with grass, as the game goes on, people are diving all over the place, and you get chunks of the field that get missing, and looks like
that's
Gold,
what injuries can get.
Exactly. Gold starting to push it up here, up the far side wing. Ball right out in front, pass to number 2, and she sends that one just wide. Looked like we were going to have our first goal of the game there. That was Jordan Collins from Foxborough, class of 2021, with the chance. She kicks it just wide of the net.
Good ball inside. Kept it on the ground, easy to handle in front of the net for Jordan.
Send it just wide of, again, one of your foes, Mary Catherine Ward, the goaltender, number 1 from Holliston High School, class of 2021, that just won the championship. It was yesterday, you said, Coach, that Holliston won.
Yep, they beat Winchester 3-2.
Actually got to introduce myself to Coach Rick Emanuel, who won one of the coach awards. He was one of the EMAS Coaches of the Year for Division II, and he said it was a tough-fought game. They lost 3-2. He was on the wrong end of it, but it was exactly what you wanted out of a championship game. And obviously with a lot of the girls playing in the playoffs and championship games yesterday, we couldn't have the All-Star game yesterday. Weather was way better yesterday than it was today.
Yes,
a lot of sunny skies across New England for the majority yesterday, and unfortunately not the case today.
This is a monsoon, Jeff.
Yeah, it's tough too. The wind's really pushing this rain, and give credit to a lot of these parents too. I mean, these parents are getting a lot of these girls to and from their games all season long. A lot of them are right here, right below us with their umbrellas, watching their girls who they're very proud of. That, if we said, a lot of them still going to stay in high school maybe for another year or two. Some of them will be going on and playing soccer collegiately at Division 1, 2, 3 levels.
I think you see the dedication these parents now, and it's no surprise their daughters make it to this level of an all-star game. They've probably been this dedicated since their kids were just able to walk and play in soccer, so it's great to see. It all starts with those parents and their youth coaches.
Absolutely. Avery Roderick kicking it out of her net, gets it almost up to midfield. And it goes out of bounds on the far side. We'll get a throw in here from Team Blue. Again, hard to see on that far side with all this rain. It gets kicked in there to Avery Roderick. She makes the save. So now she'll go to the top of the box and send it away. Good booming high kick. Played there by Team Blue right at center field. Now worked up the wing there. Looked like number 8 was going to have possession. Kaylee McCabe from Foxborough High School. Goes out of bounds. Still Team Gold's possession. Georgia Lawrence from Winchester throwing it in. Good header there by Team Blue. Team Yellow still keep possession here at top of the box. 56 moving it over. And unfortunately don't have a name for 56 on our roster. 5:36 to go. Still nobody has scored just yet. And ball making its way there in on Mary Catherine Ward. She makes another save. Now she'll send it away. Kicks it up the near side. Play with the header there by Team Gold. Gold looks like they're taking it away again. Moving it up there, and I think an offsides was called. Blue with possession. They're going to move it up the far side. Over the Marshfield High School emblem at midfield. And it'll be chased after by Team Blue. That's Allie Colantoni from Wilmington. Went out of bounds. Now looks like Gold's going to throw it in. Through a couple of defenders. Nice pass there, but Team Blue there at the top of the box. 36, Allie Dubs from Medfield. Playing it there now. Team Blue shooting it way up the far side wing. Got ourselves a foot race. 32, that's
Perzo.
That's Perzo. Coach Gunda's one of his players. And that one slips just past Avery Roderick, just wide. So now we've had a ball on each side past both goaltenders to their sides. And now it looks like Roderick getting ready to kick it away again. Still 3:43 left on the clock.
It was a quick counter for the Team Blue to get that ball up. It seemed like Gold had possession. They were building from the midfield, and Blue gets that strike.
And that's what amazes me about soccer coaches, how big these fields are and how long it can take you sometimes to really just work your butt off to get it up the field. And then you can have an offsides call like that where possession quickly changes to the other side, and then you have to start moving it the other way. And these are some of the best conditioned athletes as far as all of sports, soccer. And they say what the average player, you can tell me better than I can tell myself, is they run a few miles within a game.
Was it
I think
4
it
or
is
5 miles
yeah, I think
a game, and it's not all just easy jogging.
No. And to go at a dead sprint like you just saw Team Blue on the far side, they kicked it all the way up. You go on a dead sprint for about 50 yards. Then you got to stop and get back on defense. And
that's something we love about the sport, Jeff, is there's multiple ways to play it, to win it, to create space. You can be a possession team. You can be a more direct team. You can utilize your weapons in different ways. And on any given day, any given team can take it home.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Blue now moving towards the top of the box. Looks like we're going to have a free kick there. Sent up. Gold stops it. About the 25-yard line. Big kick in. Oh, that one sailed just over the net. We'll have to get you the number on that one. King Philip right off the bat. You got Allie Stanton, class of 2020. Chloe Lane, 2020. Michaela Griffin, also with King Philip, 2020. And do you guys see them at all during the season, Coach?
We don't. They're in Division I, and they do real well up there.
And do you get to? And do you get to have a chance to talk to some of these coaches, even though? So you guys are at Division.
We're in Division
3 because Dover Sherburne, based on town size. That's usually the way they still base the size or divisions on how big your school and towns are and stuff. But do you talk to a lot of coaches? Do you stay, like when you have your conversations, do you try to just keep it at, oh, we got a chance here for Gold before we'll shelf that comment? Blue getting back on the fence. Nice play there. Trying to get the number 15 had the kick in. That was Aja Alamonte from Peabody. Played there by 17 on the far side. Again, Vasilki Flawana from Bill Ricca.
Was using their midfield well here. Nice play through the middle. See if this Gold team can find some width. Starting to get crowded in there, Jeff.
I was going to say, it seems like spacing can be an issue at times. I'm sure that's something that's probably one of the biggest things that you work on as a coach. And so the first 20 minutes is up on the clock. And it looks like we're going to play two 20-minute halves, too. So we got 12:06 left. Again, weather not great, so we're shortening the games. And again, it's still great that we even were able to get this out there because a lot of the girls were coming in and saying they didn't want to play, and then we took a vote, and it's about 50-50 or so, and at least getting some action in today, and girls having some fun. And again, in that no man's land, the blind spot that we can't see. Same thing happens in Northeastern and Parsons Field, too. There's certain spots like that, and make your due. And then Gold moving it over. 23. That's Maggie Delia from Haverhill. Again, this is the Eastern Massachusetts Girls Soccer Association, the Rick Borgelis making strides against breast cancer all-star game. Jeff Mills, alongside coach of the Dover Sherburne. What is Dover Sherburne's mascot? That is, you guys are the
Raiders.
Knights? The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Coach Everin Gundis was kind enough to join me on the broadcast today, and appreciate it, Coach. And the Raiders, good name. Dover Sherburne out of Division III. Pass intercepted there by Team Gold, as now they're going to try to push it back up, and they get it right back, and a bit of a tennis match there at midfield. Allie Stanton moving it up. And there's Annie trying to make Coach proud. She knows you're here today?
She knows I'm here today.
And it looks like we're going to get a couple substitutions. Actually, a lot of substitutions.
Full line change.
Full line change. Here. And Blues moving on. Looked like 3 or 4 different girls, so we'll get all of them out there. And look at these girls laughing coming off. They are soaked, but smiling and laughing. They're just talking to each other.
Time. Absolutely.
Yeah. And some of them are going to put some jackets on the sideline and switch places with their teammates. And now it's your turn to go out there and get soaked. 9:34 to go. Still waiting for our first goal on either side, Team Gold and Team Blue. Nobody's been able to strike yet. Looks like we got one more substitution coming on for Team Gold, number 13. Abby Cash from Danvers, class of 2020. Movement there, 31. Aaliyah Velez from Bridgewater Raynham, class of 2020. Saved there again by Mary Catherine Ward from Holliston. Now she's going to move to the top of the box and send it away. Another one of those booming kicks. We'll see Mary Catherine's range. And look, she gets it right to the 50-yard line from the top of the box. So another 30, 40-yard kick.
What a weapon to take space that quickly.
Because, I mean, they act as like an extra defender for you, right? When they go back there, and we saw that play there by the goalkeeper on the opposite end just a few moments ago. She came out of the top of the box, played it aggressively, but played it well and able to keep the ball out of the back for net.
It's a difference maker to have a goalkeeper that strong, Jeff. Really is. A lot of teams will consider their goalkeeper their last defender, and they'll, instead of a 4-3-3, they're playing a 1-4-3-3, and it's absolutely true. They're becoming more and more skilled goalkeepers with their feet as well.
That one out of bounds. Looks like it might go into the corner again. Kick towards the net. Goalkeeper, good leap there. Able to make the save. Brings it in. Now she's going to boom it away. Another big leg. Gets it out to midfield. High hop. Circulated over to Abby Cash. She's going to move it backwards. 34. One thing that amazes me, too, about a lot of these players is the headers that they can do. And I don't know how some of these girls and guys in the game of soccer don't get like knocked out with how hard they can smash the ball off their heads.
It is amazing, but it's all technique at the end of the day. And if you do it the right way, it's safe and effective. And these players here today, Jeff, high-level players. They've been doing it for a long time. They've had excellent coaching growing up in youth and club and high school, and do it the right way.
And also told a lot of these girls, so that did come into play today, Coach. Good point to bring up that some of them didn't want to play. It wasn't because they were, didn't want to play in the rain. Some of these girls play all year round, and some of them have tournaments next weekend. They have big, they play for clubs for various different areas of around Massachusetts, and it's important to them to stay in good shape. Nobody, fingers crossed, wants to get injured in a all-star games are great, but they can almost be it's kind of a catch-22, I guess, at times, right? When you're playing all year round and you want to be at your top level. And again, the goal is a lot of these girls want to play in college, and they want to stay healthy and keep their bodies at their peak performance. So it's understandable.
But we do, high school coaches, we have an appreciation for the club system. They create some incredible players that are skilled, that understand the game, that gain a passion for it. But at the end of the day, Jeff, there's nothing that beats playing for your high school team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those few months where you come together with the friends that you've grown together with since you were little, playing youth soccer and representing your town and putting out that jersey, there's nothing like it to have that pride for your own hometown.
And did you play yourself, Coach, when you were...
I did. I'm a Hopedale High School graduate.
Hopedale High School?
Varsity soccer for Hopedale High. Some of the best memories playing high school sports. Stuff you'll never forget.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. Unfortunately, I don't think we have anybody from Norwood, my alma mater, Norwood High School. Just trying to see if we're going to see any Mustangs up here today. Don't see any on our roster. Do have Abby Finn from Dedham right next door. Some Canton and King Philip, not too far away from there. And Franklin, Foxborough. And that's the way, I know Greg Rose, I asked him how did they come about as far as positioning each team, and it looks like they did try to sector it off by surrounding towns, which is also great. Again, that's who you've been playing in that region against a lot of those girls throughout the year, so good to position them around other schools. And
it is cool for them to come out here and see these players from other towns that have always been their opponents and now they're their teammates for one day. Yep. I think that's special.
Corner kick here by Gold towards the front of the net. Looked like 17 from Blue got a header on it. Now 56 chasing it down. Again, don't have 56 on my roster. I know some of these girls probably end up taking different jerseys too. We had everyone assemble in the auditorium to do our awards ceremony before the game. And some people aren't here as well. Some girls, we had a couple of injuries. A couple girls couldn't make it. Then there's also Greg was saying there's another All-Star game too in the Carolinas, I believe, this weekend. And it looks like Gold moving up here, 24, chasing it down. Liv O'Connor, first time we've called her name today, from Hopkinton, class of 2020. Playing it there, trying to get around the defender, 37. Erin Good from Dartmouth, class of 2020. Looks like it went out of bounds. They're going to send it over to the goalkeeper, Mary Catherine Ward.
Looks like both teams setting up in a 4-3-3 today, playing with their 4-back system, 3 up top, 3 center mids.
Blue moving up the far side. Trying to get the number there.
Nice
49. Headman that pass. That was Meg Hughes from Old Rochester, class of 2020. Actually, I think we got a goalkeeper change on this end, too. That might be, if it's 0, Brianna Atwood from Franklin. And our goalkeeper back the other way has a sweatshirt on, so we can't see her number. Don't blame her for the sweatshirt. Just can't. Apologize again. Not sure who that is, but I think Mary Catherine Ward is out from Holliston on the... That would be the Blue squad. And obviously the goalkeepers don't wear the same color jerseys too, so they always make you work a little extra hard.
That's right.
That one gets sent just wide of the net. Played again by 48, Allie Colantoni from Wilmington. So it just went out of bounds. Gold's going to throw it in. Played there, 15. Aja Alamonte from Peabody. Goes out of bounds again behind the net.
Looks like Blue's sending every player to defend this corner. All 11 below the ball.
Avery Sneed from King Philip going to kick it in for Gold. She sends it to the net. Oh, and it goes behind the net, actually. Off the back, so Team Blue will get possession and move it to their goalkeeper. So left foot. Haven't seen. Are there a lot of left-footed goalkeepers? Almost like left-handed quarterbacks in football.
You don't see a lot of them. You don't see a lot of them.
And do you have any goalkeepers that you've seen? I feel like I've seen some that are ambidextrous that can kick with both feet, or do you predominantly see it's just one or the other? Because I could have sworn I just saw her kick with her right foot earlier.
I think I've seen it too. I saw her play. Oh, here's a
chance for goal. It looked like 8, now 15 with the rebound. Everybody playing defense. Crowded in front, 36 seconds left. Coach Emmanuel clapping on the sideline. Very proud of his girls. Nice little wall there.
Loving the defensive work.
Some of the coaches giving each other handshakes because I think we might be wrapping this up. 20 seconds left on the clock. We might be calling it after this.
I mean, these games don't go to PKs, Jeff?
I don't think so. We'll have to go to Carl and Greg on that one and see if... I don't know if these girls are going to fight each other over the 0-0 tie today.
Think so.
2 seconds left. Blue sends it up. And we get the claps. I don't know. I think this... Oh, look at Coach Emmanuel. He just said, well, we're not going to go into OT? All the parents. Oh, no. Look at the parents are looking up at us. I'm going to have to turn my back because they're giving us some guff because we're inside the press box and not getting trenched like they are. But and now the girls lining up for some pictures. So it looks like that's going to wrap it up. Once again, this is the Eastern Mass Girls Soccer Association and presenting the Rich Borgelis Making Strides Against Breast Cancer All-Star Game. My name's Jeff Mills alongside Coach Everin Gundis from Dover Sherburne. And, Coach, any final thoughts before looks like we wrap this broadcast up?
Just want to thank you, Jeff, for doing this. And it just shows the dedication of everybody in here. And it's so fun to see these young players and the camaraderie that they build with really talented other players that they've been playing against their whole lives, and now they get to play with them. It's fun to see them out there and compete.
Absolutely. And thank you, Coach. It was a pleasure. And thank you guys for everybody for having me, for Greg Rowe and Mike White and Carl and everybody that invited me in. You guys, an awesome group, and we're going to sign off from now. But once again, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Again, my name is Greg Rowe, president of Eastern Mass Girls Soccer. Sue Hendy from Wilmington is our vice president. Carl Tarabelli from Needham is our treasurer. We have Mark Poirier, formerly Dartmouth, but still up and out there, is our secretary. We also have David Conto, who is our education coordinator from Sandwich. We have our public relations coordinator, Mike White, and we have our sportsmanship and service chair, Jay Rochi from Medway. And we work together as a volunteer group to help recognize all these kids. We represent over 200 schools in Eastern Massachusetts. Over 100 coaches are active members every year. And what we do is try to promote the excellence that they do on the field and excellence they do off the field. A lot of kids played yesterday in state finals. So, I mean, and they're here today, which is awesome. They had really great seasons. But if you look at it, there's over 4,000 girls that play soccer in Eastern Mass in high school. And we are recognizing the top 200, and we are recognizing really the top 100 today. So if all those players who are recognized today, can you stand up? So right now I'll pass it over to Jeff, who's going to announce United Soccer Coaches All New England players.
All right, girls, so when I call your name, there's awards up here if you want to just come up one at a time.
Well, this one doesn't have awards left.
Oh, sorry, no awards.
This one's photos. These will get mailed to you.
All right, so starting with Chloe Lane from King Philip. Vieira from Norwell. Melissa Petit from Amesbury. Apologize for some of the pronunciations too. Brooke Ditcham from Westford. Allie Giovino from Westford. And we have Franny Yanchuk from Bishop Field. Lanny Ross from Natick High School. And we have Khalees Brookshire from Silver Lake.
These were our top 11 players we picked this year. So round of applause for that. Awesome.
Now we have the flags. So we're going to do the EMAS Coaches of the Year, starting with Division 1, Gary Pichelle from Kingston. And we have D2, Rick Emanuel from Winchester. And we have Division 3, Mary Cody from Hanover. And Division 4, Adam Thibodeau from Amesbury. And some more awards. Now we're going to do the EMAS Players of the Year. For Division 1 South, Chloe Lane. From Division 1 North, Allie Giovino. From Division 2 South, Khalees Brookshire. Division 2 North, Hannah Curtin from Division 3 South, Christy Vieira from Norwell. Division 3 North, Amanda Caldarelli from Stoughton.
Amanda broke her nose in our game yesterday, so we're not.
Division 4 South, Lauren Anastos from Hull. And Division 4 North, Alyssa Petit from Amesbury. And then it looks like lastly we're going to have the United Soccer Coaches All-Americans, starting with Chloe Lane from King Philip. Then we have Hannah Curtin from Winchester. And lastly, we have Drew Dempsey from Weymouth.
So these three were voted by the Coaches Association as the All-Americans this year. We have amazing players in this region, but they get to represent us at the United Soccer Coaches Banquet. That's in January in Baltimore.